This is my first time recording, if I'm being real, since I've been here. I have not, it's Thursday, I haven't recorded anything for real. But that's besides the point. I am today, I'm gonna be recording today. We just got done with breakfast. I just had me a little iced latte. I don't even drink coffee like that, but it was cool. Today, I only have a few appointments today, and I'm out of breath. But we just got done with breakfast, and we're getting ready to head over to the clinics so I can go to my appointment. Dang, my face look good. All right, Metacube. So yeah.
Yes.
Now we're finna head over to the clinics.
Yes. The
Go to my doctor's
cafe
appointment.
is better than
I'm not sick, but mama keep trying to get me to take cough medicine. I'm no.
You need to work up the congestion.
The congestion is being broken up. That's why it's coming to the surface. That's why I'm coughing like that.
Continue to treat the symptoms.
That's true. But I don't need no promethazine.
I don't say that.
That's what you brought. That's the cough medicine.
That controls it, especially at night.
That just controls the cough. I'm not coughing like it's a bad cough. I'm hacking up mucus. Anywho, we're just waiting, trying to decide what we're gonna do this weekend.
Right.
So we're gonna go to the zoo.
Yeah.
Cool. Go see Martin Luther King Hotel, where he died at.
We can find it, yes.
Who killed Martin Luther King?
I don't know. You don't know?
I do know.
Who did it?
The FBI.
Wait, where was the person? Who is the person?
Some white man.
What's his
Anyway,
name?
I have no idea, but I'm definitely gonna ask her how soon can I get a tattoo after all of this? I can blur them out.
This is where
The paintings was.
Yeah.
They changed it. I'm sure they change the pictures all the time though, because these are paintings from the kids.
He did the same thing.
That's cute. That's cute. Okay guys, we're back. We've literally been moving since we got here, or at least today. We had breakfast, then we went to my doctor's appointment. I asked my nurse if I could go to either Cardi B or Don Toliver's concert, and it looked like it's going to be a strong possibility that I can do that. So anywho, we just left the gift shop. We just bought a couple of things. We didn't buy nothing for real, but left the gift shop, made friends with the lady at the gift shop, and now we're only chilling to make this video because I kind of wanted to record us walking around, but mama's a little skeptical about getting people in the background and things like that. I can't edit like I haven't proven my editing skills are good right now. But anywho, so we're just taking a break so I can make this video, and then we're gonna go see if we can get free tickets to the zoo or something, so we can do that this weekend. And yeah, we got smoothies. They're really good. Mine's is almost gone. But the fact that they're in this big old straw is crazy to me. That's probably why this drink already gone. But anyway, this is what I got from the gift shop. It's a cute little beanie. Mama said I should start collecting hats for when I go bald. Why would she say that?
I did not say that.
Why would she say that? She most definitely said that. She said,
no, I said.
She said we should start collecting hats for when I go bald.
You said for when.
But why else would I collect hats?
When you go through chemo.
Exactly. What's gonna happen when I go through chemo?
I wouldn't say that time.
Why would she say that?
I would not use that time.
Anyway, we're gonna start collecting hats because I will go bald. Yeah. Oh, also, I got this bracelet from here from when I was here last time, and it's really cute. I've been wearing it every day since I got out here, but I just realized I don't even wear jewelry like that. But I am gonna start. Specifically this bracelet, possibly my watch and earrings, and that's it. Cause I don't wear jewelry like that. Yeah.
Is that going in your video?
Yeah. I gotta keep it real. Hi guys, we're back in the hotel room.
She don't she don't warn you when she records. She just starts.
I'm not even recording you. We're back in the room. We're just gonna chill for now because we've been walking all day. So now that we've made it back, I showed y'all my beanie, but I also got a painting kit that one of the arts and craft ladies gave me. So I'll probably do that. And yeah. Oh, and I'm also on the phone with my sister. So if you hear Mr. Chow in the background. Mama, why do you have the whole medicine cabinet? You raw dog pills like that? She just took a pill, bit it, and swallowed it.
I ain't have time to use my pill cutter.
She be raw dogging pills.
No, don't say that.
That's what you just did. Taking pills with no drink, no chaser. And you biting it? I know you tasting the medicine.
She bite it.
She bit it, bro. She bit it in half.
One of my medications I have to take in half. But I have a pill cutter. I just did not use the cutter.
So you bit it and swallowed it. That's raw dogging. You didn't even
anyway.
But so do you take your medicine with drinks or anything? Like do you
get some water now?
Now the pill gone.
Right.
I'm saying you don't take your medicine with water?
No.
You raw dog pills.
So is that good or bad?
That's disgusting, actually. Like you just swallowing chalk pills just because. That's crazy to me. Bree, is that not crazy?
That is crazy.
Thank you.
Where is my phone?
Right here. Today is Saturday at 2:23. Listen, I didn't get much recording yesterday because it was a lot yesterday. I don't know why, but every Friday, every time we come here on a Friday, it's something. Our Fridays are kind of crazy. And not in a bad way, it's just very eventful. Right? Right. I recorded Thursday. And I kind of took a video of me Friday, but that was a lot. Anyway, let me tell y'all about it. Friday, yesterday, I'm supposed to get my pheresis Friday. And we had talked earlier, even back in September, we had talked about how we was going to use my port, if we was going to use my port, because the main thing is they aren't trained on my type of port. I have a power flow port that is mainly used for pheresis or for red blood cell exchange. That is the only purpose of my port. I don't have a double lumen. I don't have a single lumen anymore. But the main purpose of my port is for pheresis and pheresis only. They don't have those here. They don't use those here. But they were recently trained. They were literally trained this week on it because of me. And they do eventually want to start using those. So if they do have patients with these, they can access them instead of having to do multiple IVs, because some sickle cell patients, it's a whole story with the IVs and sickle cell patients. Like, they just do not get along all the time. So, so we had already had discussed that, how it would look if we use my port or not, right? So I was told they were being trained on it this week, and that when Friday came, they'll be able to access my port. So Friday, I'm getting ready for my appointment. It was at 8 in the morning. It was at 8 in the morning, and for some reason, I did not sleep at all that night, for real. I went to sleep late, so I wake up tired. And we go to my appointment. They are having a setback because the blood that they did have reserved for me had possible antigens that my body cannot have, or antibodies. So they had to get more blood. They had to order more blood for me because I have specific antigens in my blood that I will react to if I have those antigens. If I receive those antigens, I will have a delayed hemolytic reaction. So that took about 3 hours. We didn't do anything in that time, but they had to get more blood. And mind you, I get like 6 units of blood. They already had like 4 units, but there were some that they possibly couldn't use, so they had to wait and get more that I can use. And that took about 3 hours. So came back to the hotel, took a nap. That call was like, "Hey girl, we ready." All right, here I come. Now, mind you, I already knew that there was a possibility it would be a hassle to access my port. I already knew that because they literally were just trained on it. They were literally just trained on it the day before. So I'm really not tripping on, getting stuck 2 or 3 times. But I am expecting to get stuck 2 or 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. 2 or 3. I get there. The nurses are excited. Extra nurses are popping in because they're, they want to see the port. They want to feel the port. They ain't never seen this besides the display. So some nurses are sitting in, watching and trying to access it. Moral of the story, I got stuck 5 times in my port. But I ain't tripping though. And I'm not tripping because I would rather get stuck in my port 10 times before getting an IV 3 times. I know that sounds backwards, but y'all gotta know. I'm traumatized with IVs. I really am. Like, before coming here, I was looking at my hands because I knew they were gonna need a line, and I knew that there was a possibility that they couldn't use my port. So I'm like frantically, you know, pumping my hands up, looking for a vein in my hands, somewhere on my arms, because I'm not, my veins are not that good with IVs. They're not. So, like, I literally have 2 good veins, and I use that for specific reasons. 1, my lab vein, my Y vein. It literally looks like this. And then 2, it's literally right next to my Y vein. It's a straight vein, but I only use it for IVs, if need be. But because it's in a awkward place, I have to keep my arm straight. It's in the bend of my arm. So if I do get an IV, this is all I can do with it. And I hate that. But moral of the story is, I would rather get stuck 1,000,000 times in my port than to get stuck in my vein, because I am traumatized. But anyway, back to the port. They eventually got it, and it worked beautifully. They were excited about how easy and well it flowed. There was no issues with my machine, and I'm telling you, ever since I got this port, I haven't beeped on that machine. I don't clot no more. I have no issues with this port. I literally have no issues with this port. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people who are on chronic transfusions should get this type of port. But this ain't no advertising though, you know? I'm just saying, it's a really good port. So, I was able to get my blood, and of course it didn't take long. The only thing, so, okay, when I went at 8 o'clock, they didn't have the right blood. Went back to the hotel. It's now like 10. We get to the hotel. We stayed there for literally about 3 hours. So we get up at like 1. They call it like 1:50. So we get back there at 2. I didn't get my port access until 4 p.m. Now 1 hour, I ain't gonna say the whole entire 2 hours we were accessing my port, no. But we were trying to access my port for an hour straight. But I kept like, you know, it's okay. And they felt so bad. The nurses felt so bad about having to stick me over and over. But I'm like, all right, who's next? Let's try again. Get the cold spray. Wipe the blood off. Let's go. I'm next, let's go. Yeah, anyway, I got my blood. I was very tired afterwards, but I was done with my blood about 6 something. And yeah, so I didn't record anything yesterday. But anyway, so here we are today. It's Saturday. We were so tired, we didn't get up and do anything.
We're still tired.
We're still tired. and we're still not doing anything. We had plans to go to the zoo, had plans to go want to explore Memphis.
So much for that.
Like, yeah, no, we're not going. We're not going nowhere in Memphis. We're not going. We're in downtown in Memphis, to be exact. So, yeah. And on top of that, even the nurses down here, like, I mean, lock your doors. If it's not in a gated area, if you don't have secure parking, you're getting robbed. I promise you, one of the nurses said that. So basically, if we're not in a gated area, your car's getting smashed into down here. So we're not going anywhere this weekend. We're not even exhausted, but we're like kind of pooped. And then we're still trying to mentally prepare for next week. Now let's get into that. So next week is stem cell collection week, and I'm just gonna explain what's going on, and hopefully you catch it. If not, rewind the video. But so next week is stem cell collection, and starting Monday morning, I am getting a central line in my neck. Why? Because the process of the stem cell collection literally takes about 8 hours. And no IV, and they're not necessarily sure if my port can withstand running continuously for 8 hours straight. So I have to get that thing in my neck that goes straight to my heart, because that's not going to give up, but a vein will. So central line it is. And I specifically want it in my neck because I'm not going to be able to see it unless I'm recording myself. 2, stem cell collection process. After I get my central lining, Tuesday morning, they are gonna come in, give me a shot under my skin, and this shot mobilizes, this is the word they use, mobilizes. What does mobilize mean? Move. Anyway, this shot moves my stem cells from my bone marrow into the bloodstream. And once it's in the bloodstream, they collect it through a pheresis machine, the same machine that I get for my blood. They catch it with that, and they filter out the stem cells and give me back my blood. So once they collect those stem cells, mind you, after 8 hours, and this is a 2-day process. So we're doing this Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, they come in, give me the shot. They're gonna run it for 8 hours, the entire day, collect those stem cells, come back Wednesday morning, give me the shot again, get those cells moving, get this pheresis started, collect those stem cells, right? So that's what Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are looking like. I will be in the hospital the entire time. I'll be in the inpatient this time because you can't walk around with that thing sticking out your neck. Simple. And that's okay because the hospital is lit. But yeah. I'll be inpatient Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Now, after Wednesday, Thursday, they're gonna, wait to see how I feel, because there is a possibility the medicine that they give me is going to make me very achy bone wise. It's gonna make my bones very achy. And it's a possibility that I could go into a crisis after that, because it's hurting my bones. So yeah, we'll just wait and see Thursday and Friday how I'm doing, and if I feel better, I'll be back at home. If not, they'll keep me admitted until I do feel better. So that's what next week is looking like. Now, after this process, it is on and popping. Really, it's on and popping right now. Like, it's like everything after this is like a snowball effect. Everything after this first set of stem cell collection is going to happen kind of quickly. Meaning, the next steps after this are going to come quickly. Like, this is the breakdown. First set of stem cell collection, which is next week. After they get this first batch of stem cells, if they have enough for the first batch, if they have enough stem cells to modify in the first batch, we will move on to collecting the backup batch of stem cells. When we collect the backup batch, I will also be doing the egg preserving procedure when I come back for the backup batch. So what that looks like is, or time-wise, with this first set, if I get enough, I won't have to come back until probably the end of March or April, right? To collect the backup batch and get my eggs preserved. If they do not collect enough this first batch, if they don't collect enough next week, I will have to come back around the end of March to collect more to go with the first batch. And then I will have to come back to collect the backup batch. I need 2 batches for this stem cell collection. First batch is what they're going to use to modify it. Second batch is the backup batch in case the first batch don't work, right? They always want to do a backup batch. So if I don't have enough for the first batch, I'm going to come back, get that collected, and then come back again to get my backup batch. So let's say they don't get enough. I'll possibly come back in March, end of March, collect the second batch, go back again in April, probably early May, to get my backup batch and get my eggs preserved. Now, immediately after this, because you got to think, as they're using the first batch is being modified. The modification takes about 2 months. So after next week, the first batch, if they get enough, is going to be modified. So by the time it's done being modified, and in between that process, I'm going to get my backup and my eggs preserved. And so let's say it'll be done in April, end of April. Let's just say end of April. My stem cells are modified and ready to go. And I already have my backup batch collected. Next step, chemotherapy. That's how quick this process is going to be. And mind you, February is almost over. But anyway, let me slow down, because it's still one day at a time. But Now we've reached the chemo timeline. We are here. We're here right now, getting our stem cells collected, right? Stem cell collected, got enough for the first batch. As soon as they have enough, it's being modified, and I'm also getting my backup batch and my eggs preserved. Modifying. Cells are ready. Chemo. Right. So now that we're at the chemo timeline, when I get my chemo, I will be here for about 2 months, inpatient. The chemo is only going to last 4 days. It's going to knock my hair out. It's going to give me mouth sores. It's going to take me through there. And then next week, it's wraps. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot going on. Once we get through that, I will get my cells, my modified cells, stem cells, and they will give it back to me. Now, but let me remind y'all, this is a study trial. So I can't get into the nitty-gritty of how things are being made, changed, flipped, whatever, right? But this is a study trial. And fun fact, I am technically the 4th person to do this study trial with them. I just thought that was a cool little detail. But I can't get into the nitty-gritty of how everything is done, but I can tell you the steps, right? The steps of what's going to happen, which I just did. I just can't get into the extra details about it. So after all of this, maybe we can make some shake. I don't know. But yeah. I want to make sure that I do get everything understood in what's about to happen and what's going to happen in the next couple months. So, you understand? You understand. All right. That's how this first week went. Next week, I shall have my stem cell collection video out. I'm gonna say next weekend. So y'all will be able to see my next week's video next weekend. Yeah. Hope y'all have a good weekend, because I can't go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm scared of Memphis, low-key. I like the accent, though. But I'm a little scared. Yeah. Anyways, I shall see y'all later.